Hey y'all, this is going to be a three-part series about the best in Texas match that's going to be going on in Navasota. It's a 2-day match, my first one for centerfire that I'm going to be doing. And I guess there's no point to these videos, I guess, except just to take you guys on a journey of how I'm preparing, and maybe part 2 of the video will be the first day of the match. And the tune-up day, and then part 3 could be the last day of the match and the presentation, the trophy presentation. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. So we're about a week and a half away from the match. It's a Thursday night, and I've been doing a little bit of dry firing and just reloading. I reloaded this ammo about maybe a month ago, and some of you guys are probably like, "Oh my gosh, don't do that." I talked to Eric Cortina about the same exact question about is it safe to reload ammo way before a match starts, because a lot of people think that you should load the night before or a few days before, because fresh ammo is good ammo. I think there might be some truth to that, but I think if you store your ammo correctly, I have it stored on this big Ziploc bag, and I keep it in room temperature, so there's no humidity or nothing that touches it environmentally, because I close it with these cases, plus I use this big Ziploc bag and put it in a room with stable temperature, so it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine, I think, hopefully. We'll find out. But with the PRS targets that we're doing, I think you can get away with a lot of things. I'm not doing bench stress or F class, so I'm not looking for crazy sub MOA groups. I'm just looking for something that's good enough. I know a lot of you guys that shoot centerfire more full-time have better components and take your reloads more seriously. I take mine seriously, but like not super serious, to be honest. So I guess I'll show you guys a run through of what I'm using. I'm shooting a 6 Creedmoor on this impact action. I'm using Lapua small rifle primer with the CCI small rifle Magnum primer, and the brass I'm using is Lapua, and then I just settled for this Hornady bolt tail hollow point. It's not the ELDM, so the BC is a little bit lower. I think it's like 246. I wanted to go with, I guess, with the burgers, but I was able to find these a lot easier from a friend of mine named Andrew. He gave me, or I bought 1,000 from him. Ideally, I guess H4350 is the best for 6 Creedmoor, but those are hard to find right now. And I have a friend named Forrest who had a jug of this H4831. I was able to shoot this ammo at a match a few months ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it did fairly well. It's probably not going to be like the best ammo like Burger 105s and H4350, but it should be good enough for me, at least to be competitive this or next weekend. And this is my load. Brass is Lapua small rifle primer, H4831 42.0 grains. I think that gets me around 2,900 feet per second. I was looking to get at least below that, 2875, but 29, I think I was around 2915, 2918 when I checked it in the chronograph. I don't want to go too fast. One, because I want to let this barrel last long, and I want more or less recoil. Yeah, and then I'm using the Eric Cortina tuner. So I guess I'll show you guys my rifle. The rifle I'm running is, it's an impact action with a Krieger barrel that's chambered by Paul McCoy and foundation stocks with a zero compromise. This is the same zero compromise that I use for my rimfire. I just have this quick detach spur mount that I switch between the rifles. And rebad, cheek pad, foundation Centurion stocks. This is a, I like these little grip thingies, I forgot what they're called, but they're really nice. And I got this Kent Rush Anarchy rail. This is a 25-inch barrel. I think it's M24 contour, which is I believe close to an MTU. And then I have this Eric Cortina EC tuner brake. Number 8 was the setting I found to be the best. Oh yeah, anyways, and then you know, I have this this Harris bipod. You guys, some of you fancy people are running the MDT. I have an AccuTac bipod coming soon. They're in back order right now. But anyways, the zero compromise has been very good to me. I have the Impact 3 reticle. Also, something new I am running is these HD Hunter's Gold glasses. They're supposed to be able to give me better contrast to be able to locate the targets. We're not doing a hunter match, but I got them just because I wear contacts mainly, and I needed some new prescription glasses, so why not support a company that's friendly with the gun community. And so I'm planning on wearing these at the match, and maybe I could see more trays. We'll see. But they've been really cool. So they darken whenever I go outside, when there's more light, and then when I'm inside, they get back to normal. So they're pretty cool. I've used them at a match, at a rimfire match a few weeks ago, and they were nice. I guess the only thing to watch out with prescription glasses, I'm not sure if it's for every prescription glass, is my eye relief. I had to switch my my mount forward a little bit more. If you see that witness mark, that's where it used to be, the back end. That's with if I just wear contacts, but if I wear these prescription glasses specifically, then I have to put it forward a little bit more, which gives you the best eye relief. So interesting. I did not know that it would change my eye relief a little bit by wearing these glasses. Maybe it's just a prescription glass thing, but that's what happened for mine. But I'm enjoying these glasses. Anyways, I'll take you guys through some, well, I guess one of the ways I'm preparing, dry firing, just building positions, and yeah. So one of the ways I'm training for this match is by dry firing. I'm using this system called IDTS, Indoor Dry Fire Training System. What it allows me to do is it allows me to set up a target 12 feet away and focus on it. And this adapter fits, they have different sizes, and this one fits my zero compromise. I did speak with Troy from DST Precision. Here he has these dry fire targets and adapter for your scope. It's called a DFAT system. So I'll be getting that soon, and I'm planning on running that. So probably, hopefully I can give you guys a video on that soon in the next few weeks when it comes. But so I'm loving this tripod, by the way. This is the Recon. If you haven't seen my previous video on it, I encourage you to check it out. But I'm running it with this Gray Ops Mini Plate Pro. I'm using it as a tack table. So I'm using this basically to dry fire. You also use these little this ladder right here. But I start with standing position, build and break. Shooter ready, stand by. Beep. Back down. Put my rifle on there. Just making sure I'm square behind the rifle. and go back and do it again, build and break. I'm just gonna switch this tripod to a high kneeling position. Again, just keep doing that, build and break. This is my high kneeling position. Put it back down. Maybe take 1 or 2 shots. Making sure I'm square behind the rifle. Good trigger pulls. Build and break again. So with the high kneeling position, I usually put my right leg up. Obviously I can't put my elbow on it because it's a high kneeling position. I try to be square behind the rifle. Put my left hand over here. With my positional shooting, I usually put my left hand on this rail right here and then put my thumb on this bubble level. It gives me good recoil management and being square behind the rifle, so that when the recoil comes, it doesn't go like this. The recoil is going to take the path of least resistance. So if you compromise a little bit by going at an angle like this, then your recoil is going to go this way. So I like to get behind the rifle so that when the recoil comes, my body absorbs it. And so just usually with these high kneeling positions, it's a little bit awkward. You may have to cant your, or at least I do, I have to cant my body sometimes a little bit, especially if it's like a really high kneeling position. In that case, I just end up doing like a really low standing position. I can do a low standing position on this on here, which should be fine, but I feel more comfortable with the high kneeling position instead of a low standing position. I guess the low standing position would give me more, help me become more square behind the rifle. So this is part of the reason why we dry fire, right? Is we learn our body, we learn how to manipulate the rifle, and we learn what works for our body. For me, I'm 5'4", so what may work for me may not work for you. So this is why we dry fire, is because we want to experiment why, or what works well for us and what doesn't, what will give us the least amount of wobble. Now we're gonna adjust this tripod to go for a low kneeling position. Build and break again, drills, 1 or 2 shots each, and then build and break. For the low kneeling position, I like to sit in my shoe. Sit my butt on the shoe, or sometimes I like to put a pump pillow on my butt so that I can sit on it. Again, try to be square behind the rifle as possible. Good trigger pull and follow through. Pretend you're spotting your impact. Make a wind call, and do it again. And then build and break. Do it again. Let's see if I can sit down. No, if I sit down, see it's too high. So usually the high kneeling positions and the low kneeling positions are the most awkward. For me personally, the low kneeling position has been the least stable for me, so that's the one I've been practicing a lot. Ironically, my standing position is less wobbly than my low kneeling position, which is weird. But I've been able to get it down to a 0.2 or 0.1 wobble. Right now it's very sturdy. Like there's no wobble in that one. So I think it's because I'm sitting on my shoe over here. Now let's go for this sitting position. Since I'm a short dude, I can do this sitting down. For some of you tall guys, you might have to do prone like this, but with my body, I'm able to sit down on it. To sit down. What I usually like to do when I'm sitting down is I do cross my legs and I rest my elbow on the flush part of my legs. Again, try to be square behind the rifle. Locate your target. Follow through. Call your wind. Did you miss the target? If so, like how much should you correct? And then do it again. Build and break. So I'm breaking and then rebuilding the position again. Sitting down. Dry firing is a time for you to experiment what works for you. Dry firing for me has helped me out with what works for me, what's going to help me with reducing my wobble zone, and just experiment with your body. Everybody's different. Some of y'all are like taller and bigger than me, and some of y'all may be shorter than me, but just do what works for you. Especially for female shooters, they have different body types than us men. So just like, dry firing is one of the best ways for you to find out what works for you and your rifle. So for prone, I usually like to put my buttstock right there. There's like a little V-shaped thing on this game changer. I experimented with other ways to do it, but for me personally, I like to put my stock right here. I think it gives me the best way to adjust the height of my buttstock. So again, build and break. Shooter ready, stand by, engage. Put the bag down first, and then my game changer. And then my rifle. Make sure my legs are far apart. I got this wall in the way, but when I have my legs far apart like this, it helps you manage the recoil a lot better. So what I like to do is something called, I got this from Chris Way, and I think he got this from Phil Vallejo, something called, I think this is what you call bridging, is you put this on right underneath, I guess, your chin in this area. Instead of putting it over here, you're putting it in the center, close to the center of your body, and it helps you manage the recoil a lot better. And I'm keeping my my arms close, like I'm cold, kind of, that's what I'm doing. And then your bag, like I should be able to shoot like this without a bag. And it might not be as stable, but it should be stable enough. But your bag is just basically there to help you get more stable, of course. But if you didn't have a bag, I guess technically should be able to shoot this way, probably. I know when I'm dry firing, I'm able to use my support arm, even though it's not as steady. I think that was about a 0.2 or 0.3 wobble, but with the bag underneath, I can put my support hand right here. There's this bag hook right here. Sometimes I use and put my bag right there. When I'm holding the bag, I can squeeze the bag to adjust the height, let go of the bag, and then they'll help me point my barrel up, and then if I squeeze the bag, it should point the barrel down. So again, without the bag, I'm putting the stock right here, close to the center line of my body, and I'm pretending I'm cold, so I'm putting my arms together, and then put your bag right underneath. I've never taken a modern day sniper class on their prone, but I've just heard really good things about it. But this is the way that works for me. And Chris Way kind of inspired me to practice this way of doing prone shooting. So I encourage you to check them out. Anyways, I guess that's how I'm preparing for this match.